Hi everyone, it's Matthew from Matthew Lester Website Design. Short tutorial on how to add a product to your Shopify store. Within the products, in the admin, Shopify admin under products, you clicked add product. Just remember that you're not required to add all of the fields in this page, depending on your product, depending on your business, depending on whether you're shipping it or it's a digital download. So the first section is to add a title. This title will show up in your cart as is. So if you know some keywords that you want to put in there, you can do that. Just make sure that you've got the title in proper English, that the first letter is capital. Depending on how your store is set up, it's a good idea to keep that format the way it should be, with your first letter in a capital. The next section is to add a description. So this is a description that the customers are going to view and read, and it'll be enticing to them. So you want to put in things like the weight, the height, the length, the color, and if it's packaged individually or in bulk, perhaps you're selling products that have 2 or 3 items in the purchase. So you have to outline all of this in the description. If you are using a drop shipping service, or if you have products that are given to you from a supplier, it's best to change the description and put your own in there, because then you will separate yourself from your competitors in the Google search. Google sees same pages. They're not going to spider them or show them up in their search. So it's best to change your own description, add your own description, and make it sellable to your customers. Next is to add media. If you're adding media, you want to click and add files. And I'm going to add that picture. So when you are adding images, just be sure that they're high res, they're clean. White backgrounds always work best. If you are going to be adding additional media, you can always click add more media. Just remember that if you are adding more photos, that the first photo is what will be showing up in your store. The images are a real big key factor in setting up your store and having people buy the product. So if you need to invest a little time or a little money in having your images cleaned up, by all means go ahead and do so. Additional images always help, or media. Schematics, if you've got blueprints of your images, how big, with a measuring stick, things like that. It's important to add additional images if you are planning on selling anything, really. Now you need to add a price. So this is the price that the customer will see and what they are being charged at checkout. I always use $0.99 because with the 99, well, not 500, $49.99 as the comparable price. This is what is your retail price. So in a product page, it's going to show me this, and then it's going to put a stroke through it, and then it's going to enter, it's going to give you this price. And your cart could be set to put sale on as a tag in there if you are using a compare at price. Cost per item. This is the cost that you pay for the item. So if you're getting it from a drop shipper or a supplier, you'll put your cost in there. Shopify will automatically calculate your margin and your profit based on this particular number. If you are creating the product yourself, make sure you include all your labor and everything that is involved in creating the product. Customers don't see this section, so you can either use that or not use that. You want to charge tax on most products. There are some products that you would not charge tax on, such as food, things like that. You'll have to look up whether your products need tax to be charged when you're selling a product, because you would need to remit that to your government. Next is SKU. So this is your stock keeping unit number. Every product in your store should have a SKU. This is an internal number that you use with your business to identify a product. Barcode is the UPC, or the barcode that's on every product's packaging. If you're a retailer, it's a good idea to have a barcode in there. If you're selling products that do not have a barcode, you may want to look at purchasing it. They are available for purchase. I think about $1 for each one. Just remember that barcodes, the GTIN, the UPC, a lot of these sales channels need this. Google Shopping needs it. A lot of sales channels need this, so it's a good idea to put in your barcode. Next is track quantity. You'll want to track the quantity of your products in the store, whether they go up or down, or if you don't check this, then your store can't track quantity. Continue selling if it's out of stock. If you check this, just make sure that you're able to keep your stock in check and up and down. If you have a leeway with your stock coming in 2 weeks, a month, 2 months, 4 months, you may not want to have this checked on, because some customers will get extremely upset if they order a product and you don't have it in stock. If you have this unchecked, your store will actually show you that it's out of stock, and it won't be able to be added to the cart. Your quantity available, this is the quantity that you have currently in stock. If it's a physical product, you make sure this is checked on. If it's a digital product, that it's a download product, maybe you're selling a book or something like that, you'll want to turn this off. But this is a physical product, so I need to have that checked. You'll also need to put in the weight. The weight of the product is very important when shipping, because if you don't put a weight in there, then your cart doesn't know what to charge for shipping. If you have manual shipping settings in your cart, it's a good idea to look at what the tier is for shipping. So if your product weight, this is dimensional weight as well, so it's good to check that out. If you have automatic shipping settings in your cart, say for example you're pulling USPS rates from their server, make sure this is dimensional weight. If you're selling a product across any borders, it's a good idea to put in your region of where it's from, where the product is actually made. And this product is made in the United States, not United Arab Emirates. Okay, and the harmonized system code. This is a code given by your government for shipping across the border. So you'll have to look these up on your government website. Again, if you're not shipping across borders, you won't need this. Variants. If you're wanting to make this product a variant, you can certainly add different sizes, colors, and multiple options. For this product, I'm not adding any, but I'm just going to go over this. So, for example, size large. And perhaps I have a small. And you use a comma to separate them. So I'm selling this product in 3 different sizes. As you can see down the bottom here, it's actually giving me a new SKU number, and it's giving me quantity, and it's giving me a price. So obviously my large is going to be a little more expensive. And the medium is going to be a medium price. Just be sure that your SKU is not changing too much. So for example, if you're just adding these, it's going to add a SKU here. So make sure that your SKUs are correct. You'll want to add the barcodes as well for each of these SKUs. And put in your quantity. But like I said, this one does not have any variants, so I'm going to turn that off. Underneath that is your SEO. This is automatically populated by Shopify. So if you know a little bit about SEO, you can click and edit this and maybe add a keyword or two in your title and in your description. Up at the top is product status. So it's currently in a draft mode. I'm going to change this to active so that it's actually active in the cart once I click save. Sales channels. So if you have multiple sales channels in your cart, you'll want to make sure that all of your products are selling through those sales channels. I currently do not have Google Messenger or Facebook hooked up here. That's why it's giving me that little notification. Organization for product type. Product type is actually used to populate your collections. So if you have product type of, say, hanging silhouettes, and I have my collection set up to populate all products with the product type hanging silhouettes, it's going to actually populate within that category. So you should put a product type in there. Your vendor is actually the supplier or the manufacturer. If you're selling products that do not have a popular manufacturer, or you're working with small products, or you're building your own products, you might want to put your own name in there. For this product, it's from Village Wrought Iron. And your collections are going to show how many collections it's being populated in. Right now I don't have my collection set up, so it's not populating. You can actually add products to a collection here if you want, manually. Your tags are very important. Tags are basically like keywords for Google to look at and when they're searching in your store. So make sure you add the keywords there. And they can be separated by comma. Your theme templates, it's basically taking the template for your theme. If you've created some custom templates for your products, then you can select a different template there, but it should populate with the template that's needed from your particular theme. Then when you're all done that, you just click save, and your product is added to your store. Ready for purchase. Happy sales.